find the trail, the road that goes to Ajax Lake, there's many different roads that converge, old dirt roads, farm roads, such. But basically you have to plan on being about 28 to 30 miles from Wisdom before you come to the first sign for Ajax Lake. When you get to that sign that tells you Ajax Lake, it's about 3.5 miles to the lake, probably another half mile to the mine if you choose to go that high. The road itself is extremely easy up until probably the last mile. Then it becomes more substantial rocks and washouts, and if you don't have good tires, it's probably better to park at that point and hike up. However, it will be a big climb. The last mile of the trail is all very steep. Hydro Blue Gladiator belongs to my son-in-law and my daughter Caitlin and their 3 kids, and on this particular trip it is Caitlin's first time off-roading, so we thought this would be a good lake to break her in. That would challenge her a little bit and give her a chance to just experience 4-wheel driving. My older son, he just sold his Jeep, so he brought his Dodge Rebel, which he had to be a little bit careful with it, but it got him up there too. So you could do this road with just about any high clearance 4-wheel drive vehicle with good tires. Brace on?
Yep. My wimpy neck.
It's awful green. Bare grass.
Barefoot.
When my road is bright, I worship you. When trials turn out right, I worship you. When I'm soaking in your light, I worship you. You are God, that's why I praise. And when the road is long, I worship you. When I can't find my song, I still worship you. When others treat me right or wrong, I worship you. You are God, that's why I praise. Every day you are creator, every day you are king, every day you are savior, every day Every day you are almighty, every day you breathe life, every day you walk beside me, every day, God, every day.
Ajax Mountain, Ajax Lake, and this trail became pretty famous in 1975. Hank Williams Jr., having recently had a attempted suicide and failed, decided he would come to Montana and meet a buddy, and they would go do some hiking and clear his head. So they took this road, and they went up past this lake, and they got out and decided they were going to look for mountain goats. And he ended up slipping and falling on the mountain and falling 500 feet. Helicopter had to come get him. 6 or 8 men had to get him to the helicopter because he couldn't get all the way to where he had fallen. He had dozens of surgeries, was in the hospital like 21 days or something like that, and he should have died. Ended up being something that kind of changed his life, the whole experience, and got him back on track when he had recovered. He sings about this in a song, All in Alabama. He sings about Ajax Mountain in this road. Ajax Mine sits at 8,999 feet. There used to be a number of people who lived up here, and it's always fascinating to think about the lives they lived in this high elevation. There is a bridge here that if you get your tires on one side, it'll hold you up enough to get through the debris pile. It's not much of a bridge. It probably hasn't been for 80 or 90 years, but it will get you up to the mine.
I won't be coming home, I won't be going anywhere. I will guard this post forever. Here on the Alpine slope, where I did my final stand, I shall remain among the ice and snow that binds me to this mountain. A force of nature too strong, sent from above, where spirits lead the way, the winds will never fade. White Friday, I'll take the stairway to heaven. I'm sky high, when I die, I'll be immortal. Forever, I won't return to Blood Mountain. I am the soldier of heaven. I saw the end of war, I watched the soldiers come and go, and I kept my watch forever. So many brave men fell in the battles that were raging down below. I have seen it all, but none will hear my story. All of these years I have been frozen in time. I cried for spring to come, but here winter remain. White Friday, I'll take the stairway to heaven. I'm sky high, when I die, I'll be immortal. Forever, I won't return to Blood Mountain. I am the
too bad of a trail. Must have been a decent rock up there.
Why?
He had a big black mark on his tire.
Uh-oh.
I raised my kids backpacking, hiking, four-wheel driving, so they're familiar with the mountains. But now they're all raising their kids the same way. They jump in the lakes, they play with the frogs, they run around in the mud, they climb the trees. So some people might think of them as feral, but these are my grandkids, and I'm very proud of the way they're being raised. They're being raised with a love for the outdoors. I nearly got hit in the head by this thing. It would come flying in so fast. At first, I thought it was a hummingbird. That's how big it is. It's much larger than your average insect you find at these mountains, but it's a white-lined sphinx moth. And I got some great pictures of it. There were actually 3 or 4 that were zooming in and out, and it was really hard to get a picture because they really beat their wings fast. But it was super cool to see them up here.
I won't be coming home, I won't be going anywhere. I will guard this post forever. Here on the Alpine slope, where I did my final stand, I shall remain among the ice and snow that binds me to this mountain.